Ever tried reading while jogging, cooking, or even juggling flaming torches? Yeah, it doesn't end well. But with audiobooks.com, you can conquer books without the circus act. Dive into over 450,000 titles, including more than 10,000 free ones. Get hooked on a bestseller, find your next obsession, or finally read that classic you've been avoiding since high school. And here's the inside scoop. Sign up today for a free 30-day trial and snag your first 3 audiobooks on the house. Sign up for your free trial at audiobooks.com/podcastfree today. That's audiobooks.com/podcastfree.
Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. Please welcome the creator and host of Story Smash, Christine Blackburn.
Ready for you guys tonight, and we're going to get started right away and reveal the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel. Topics like drunk tanks, school days, vacation, and there's also a space on the wheel that says wild. If the contestant lands on wild, then they can choose any topic on the wheel. There's also 3 spaces that say audience. And if the wheel lands on audience, and it always does, then you guys can shout out storytelling topics, and perhaps one of our expert judges will choose one of those topics to be the contestant's story. Are you ready to have some fun? Yeah! All right, you guys, let's get started right away. This first judge coming to the stage wrote on the Emmy Award-winning Modern Family for its entire 11-year run. He's also the author of this book I hold in my right hand. He started it by Twitter war with Donald Trump. He's won 5 Emmys and he won't let us forget it. Please put your hands together for Zuker! All right, you guys, this next judge, she's an actress you've seen on television and feature films. She was on the Goldbergs as Beverly Goldberg on ABC for 11 years.
Oh my God.
She also played Deputy Clementine Johnson on Reno 911. Rita in Bridesmaids. And this fall, she's out with the brand new sitcom St. Dennis Medical. Here she is, you guys, to dance down McLendon Johnson. Broadcaster for the LA Derby Dolls. He does stand up all over Los Angeles. Please put your hands together for Mr. Blaine Capatch. All right, you guys, this is very exciting. We have 3 contestants who are very excited to come up tonight and spin the wheel. We're playing 3 rounds of the game tonight. The first round is a true 1-minute story. Second round, you ready for this, Danny?
Another 1-minute story.
No, 2-minute story. Double the fun.
Yeah.
And then 2 contestants come on for the third round and tell a true 3-minute story.
Stop it.
Now, here's what's important. The contestant has to keep track of their own time with the clock, because if they go over their time, they're going to hear this. They're going to hear this. Jimmy! Just throw a bottle onto the floor.
Jimmy in the booth, everybody.
Jimmy in the booth.
We can fix that in post, right?
That's right. And you don't want to hear that crashing sound. And so that's what's happening. We're very excited. I like to remind everybody that we do fact check every story.
Maybe you do.
I do. Wendy, how are you feeling?
Great.
Danny, how are you doing?
Okay, so, no, fine.
You're fine. Okay, great.
You know.
All right, well, there's nothing to say.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Okay, Blaine, happy to hear it. Well, since there's nothing to say, we're just going to get started right away. And look, we've got all the names are right here in the Story Smash Can of Truth. And we're going to pull out the first name right now, and that person's coming to the stage. Did I mention that this is not easy? Did I say that?
No.
This is not easy, you guys, so give them a lot of love. All right, you guys, the first person coming to the stage right now. There you go. Check this out. This contestant is a Moth Grand Slam winning storyteller who's been heard on the Risk Storytelling podcast, and she's performed for the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. She's also a former college mascot. How fun is that? Please welcome Julia Wexner! All right, you guys, let's tell Julia what to do.
Hey, now, Will.
Been brought to you by Chewy Cheetos. Chew the heat with Chewy Cheetos.
Ooh, she landed on pandemic, but so close to audience.
I have a confession to make. During the pandemic, my husband and I live in an apartment building, and maybe some of you experienced this as well. People started clapping every night at like 7 or 8 p.m. to show their appreciation for first responders. So you could like clap, hit pots and pans, whatever. So our building started doing it, and I really wanted to be supportive. You know, we had nothing else going on, and we wanted to show that we cared. And showing what kind of person I am, soon into it, we wondered, like, how long do we keep doing this? Because we've been inside for months. And every week, fewer people would come outside and keep clapping. And my husband and I were like, this is now a proof to show that we're better people. We'll continue clapping because we care more about the first responders than our neighbors who stopped clapping. This went on for months. There were 3 other people on our block that were doing it in the end, like 8 months into this. There was a guy we could see on our balcony.
Ooh, that was exciting. Julia Wexner, wow. What a great way to kick off the show. Dan Zuker.
I mean, how much to the end? Was there? It felt like there was going to be a great button on that.
Eventually, we stopped clapping.
I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes it isn't. No, it's a great story. I think you'll find as the show goes on, you'll notice less clapping here as well. But not for you. That was an amazing story. You're clearly a ringer. You did kind of cut the story short, so I have to take off about 1,000 points. But the good news is I'm giving you 1 billion points.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. Worth a clap for sure. All right, Wendi, McLendon, Cubby.
I love the way you launched right in with, I have a confession to make. Now that is how you start a story.
Yes.
You want people to listen to you say something like that in the beginning. Now, I'm questioning this. Was there, you guys came out and applauded every night. Were there any first responders that actually worked in your building, or were you just doing this just to put it in the universe?
I have no reason to believe anyone has an important job in our building.
I appreciate that. You're a joiner. You're optimistic. You're the person that comes to the party. You bring a dish. Okay. I like this girl. This is a good girl. I like your storytelling abilities.
All right.
Yay.
All right.
You must have made some unhoused guy feel really loved, like right outside your building.
All right, Blake Patch.
I fucking hate first responders. Me. Look at me, I'm an angel. You were right to fake clapping for me. Night after night. Fuck them. Fuck first responders. Yeah. Tweet it and say Blaine Capatch said it. I want to get canceled so that I can get a show. 10 billion points.
Wow, that's a lot of fun. Julia Wexner. It was a great beginning. I really appreciate that. And all right, now we're in for a treat. All right, you guys, this contestant is a stand-up comedian who doesn't want to struggle anymore. He has 2 or 3 good baseball cards that may be worth something if you want to pay an exorbitant amount for them. He's also the host of a hot new podcast. It's called Won't You Be My Killer? Please welcome the very funny Evan Kessler. Evan! All right, Evan, what to do?
Spin that wheel.
too bad.
It's been brought to you by Icy Hot presents Oops, All Hot. Icy Hot.
Sorry.
Oh, Holly Weird.
Wow. Holly Weird. I guess, this might be frowned upon in a comedy context to talk about, but I think everyone in Hollywood has an Andy Dick story. I think, this was also going to be my birthday story if that came up. It was my first birthday after moving to LA, and I picked the diviest dive bar in all of LA to have my birthday party. Normally nobody's there. It's in a dangerous part of like weird Vermont area. And me and two friends show up first. And we walk in, and Andy Dick is sitting at the bar. I thought because I invited a lot of comedians.
Evan Kessler. Wow, really close to the wire there. Wendi McLendon Covey.
I didn't get anywhere with it. So.
Well, wait a minute. That's story interrupt us. What did he do to you?
Let's just say he shouted slurs at me and two friends.
Why would Andy Dick shout at you?
We had just walked in there. That's all.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, blank batch.
Every bar has an Andy Dick in it. I've known Andy Dick since the 90s when he kind of tried to come on to me behind the Dresden one night when we were smoking a joint. Are you from San Francisco? And your girlfriend lives up there? Oh, I'd love to fuck my girlfriend and fuck her titties and touch her tits and her boobs, eat her pussy, yeah. Oh, Jesus. I gave him a ride home from King one night. And he goes, I'm right up here behind I.O. It's my apartment behind I.O. And I dropped him off, and he got out of my car and ran up the street the opposite direction. And I worked for guys on, sorry, I'm telling my Andy Dick story now. I worked on Web Soup, and one of the producers said he was sitting he was in the valley with his friends. They were playing poker in this guy's house. And the sliding patio door opens, and Andy Dick walks in and just sits down. Hey guys, and gets a beer, or drinks a beer, and talking to him a half an hour. And then he gets up and leaves, and nobody knew him. Anyway, great story.
Great story, Danny Zuker.
Okay, everybody has an Andy Dick story. He was at a party. He was. I saw he had been reaching. He was grabbing dicks. Very on brand. And I watched him, and I saw him I talked to him a little bit, not knowing he was doing this at first, seeing him do it, and I watched him make a very good wind-up for my dick, and I was more agile then, and I walked away, and he fell down and broke his lip open. And then was mad at me. What did you do that for? So, your story, though, made me nervous. I want to get to this. I was like, he knows it's 1 minute, right?
Yeah.
The pauses were so... It was I was as anxious as when, a waiter takes the order for 10 people, but doesn't write it down. Sit there. I wanted you to hurry up and go.
Yeah, I'm not a good fast person.
Yeah. And just a mediocre slow person. But here's the thing. I believe in you for the second story. I think you're gonna prove this whole audience wrong who currently hates you. So don't get him, Tiger. 1 billion points.
Evan Kessler.
I just want to say I love how you guys weren't the kind of recent years with the points. All right.
All right.
We love you.
We do.
Get
You're fine.
out of here.
Billions and
Get out of
billions
here.
of
Get out of here. All right. Very good. Evan Kessler.
There will be a point at your, if the longer you stay in LA, the more likelihood you're going to run into Andy Dick.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny.
Well, that's true.
You're gonna have to drive him home or he will know some of it.
Keep this in mind, too. If he's in your car, he is considered an open container virus.
Hey, Danny, be careful with the clock, because Jimmy needs to see it, all right?
No, I saw it was turning, so I wasn't.
No, the Jimmy's over here.
Oh,
Jimmy in the booth.
Jimmy Booth.
Yeah, that's what that's about.
Jimmy Booth.
Jimmy Booth. All right, you guys. Oh, this is exciting. This contestant, you guys, coming up right now, he's a new face to comedy, who's also a new face to America. That's right, he's from Germany, and he's been performing comedy and navigating his way through America. Please give a warm welcome to Leon Gretzky. All right, let's tell him what to do.
Leon. No. Redo. Spin again. Spin again.
Spin it again. Wait, he didn't go all the way around.
Now go all the way around.
There you go.
That's been brought to you by KY Jelly. When you want to fuck Kentucky.
Hollyweird. That's great. Okay.
Hollyweird. I love Hollyweird.
Watch the clock over here, okay, Leon?
Yeah, where?
It's right here.
Oh, it's starting. All right. Yeah, I'm from Germany, so pretty much everything around here is kind of weird. The weirdest thing to me was when I first came to Los Angeles and I sat down at a bar and I ordered a beer and they wanted to have $10 for it. I was shocked. That was definitely a culture shock for me, but yeah, I'm also taking a lot of the public transport out here because I don't have a car. And save the environment, of course. Yeah. And there I see a bunch of wild stuff. There was one day, literally I saw all of those things within one train ride. One guy was cutting off like his ankle bracelet from like the jail thing. He was like cutting it off with like this big ass knife. Then in the train behind me, someone was starting to like smoke something. They were like clicking the lights.
Oh, wow. Okay, Leon, we got a taste of it. This is exciting. Yeah. Give him a round of applause. All right, stay here. Bite the patch.
And all those people were Andy Dick.
Honestly, I don't even know who Andy Dick is, so...
Oh, you'll find out. You're going to find out who Andy Dick is.
You'll definitely find out.
That was great. Welcome to the United States. We apologize for everything that's about to happen. And I am going to give you 11 billion euros.
Wow. That's a lot of points. As a reminder, there are no points in this game.
Oh.
Danny Zuker.
Look, I'm inclined to hate you because you're very symmetrical. And you're confusing me. The things I like. But I definitely will think about you tonight when I'm making love to my sweet, sweet lady. Here's what I'm saying is, God damn it, you're hot. No, that was a good story for a second language. Do you mind telling me what the end of it was? Because I'm curious who the other... It felt like you were building Rule of Three. So let's
so the one guy was...
smoking,
and I turned around and I thought maybe like a cigarette or a blunt or something, but it was crack.
Wow.
That'll get you high, for sure.
Yeah.
It's whack, by the way. I don't know if you've heard.
And then he keep riding.
Anyway, a billion points. You got it.
Thank you.
All right, Wendi.
So you thought $10 was...
A lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, shocking.
Okay. I liked where you were going with it. And you had a good pace. And I wish I would have heard a story about maybe like someone in this industry, this messed up industry that was weird to you.
Honestly, that hasn't happened yet.
That hasn't happened. Just the environs.
Yeah, I'm
the local
smooth for
people.
that, yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear your 2-minute story.
All right, Leon Gretzky, let him hear it. All right,
He also is contending with not a mic. You know, the mic is like probably he has a metric system mic over there.
It could be different. Yeah, it could be different. Exactly. I think it's in ounces instead of pounds.
You know what you should put on the wheels a
Yes.
category for season? North Hollywood.
Oh.
Let's hear some North Hollywood stories.
North Hollywood, yeah. All right. Well, we've got a very special request from someone who just got in, apparently in trouble parking, if you can imagine, and he'd like to put his name into the hat. So, Jim Coughlin, can you give this gentleman a piece of paper? And then, in fact, it is time to pull out the audience's name. So, because that's the one that's left in here. So, we're going to get one more name into the Story Smash Can of Truth.
Can of Truth.
The Can of Truth, and then Danny Zuker, you're the one who's going to let us know who is playing Story Smash tonight. And as you know, as an audience member, it's not easy, is it?
No, they'll make it look hard usually. Although we've had some winners,
Yeah, we've had some winners,
but mostly not.
but mostly not.
And you have to fill out a W-2.
All right, you guys, coming to the stage right now to tell a true 1-minute story is... Who's coming up, Danny?
May somebody named, is that Michael?
I think it's
Michael.
Michael!
One named Michael.
All right, Michael.
Or Michael.
Stage. I don't see him yet, but I'm sure he's coming.
He's coming.
Okay, big round of applause for Michael. Come on.
Oh boy.
All right, let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel. I bet my mic is on better than
It's been brought to you by Benihana, where dinner takes your wife. Please.
Birthday.
Well, I had my 21st birthday a while back. And, it was a really good birthday.
Go right to the microphone.
Yeah, it was really a good birthday. I happened to I woke up with these 3 girls. I said, how did this happen? Amazing. And I was very grateful, I was very thankful. And it was just a great thing, and they were so nice. All of them were very nice, and very gracious. So was I. That's about what it really stems up to be. Right?
Did you see him again?
Yes, I did.
All 3 of them?
Not at one time, no.
Primo, tell him about the one with the dick.
All right, Michael, let him hear it. All right, Michael, stay here. Well, that was something else. Go ahead, Danny.
So, like, I have a theory on why your letter to Penthouse was never published. Because, as I recall when you read that, in the description of your four-way, the one question no one ever asked was, were they gracious? Holy shit, did you hear that? They're gracious. And nice. No, it's, I mean, look, I mean, you had me at hello, you 3. That's not easy to do. When you came up and did it, you told the story, a little braggy, frankly. But I get it. Yeah, oh cool. I have mostly one ways, but and I always let myself down. Anyway, whatever. 500 million points, if that's okay.
That's a lot of points. Yeah, you can clap for her. Why not? Clapping is free. Stay here. Wendi, McLendon, Covey.
Details. You hooked us with, I woke up with 3 women. What? I'm listening.
It was kind of dark.
But you woke up, what? You were all in your clothes on different pieces of furniture, or you were all in the bed?
On the bed.
Well, then there you go, young man. You gotta,
Details.
Come on, details.
Yeah,
But also, good for you.
2 of them were brunette and one was blonde.
Where did you bury them?
All right, Michael, hang tight, blame.
So, this was your 21st birthday.
That That's correct.
So I'm assuming that these three women were the Andrews sisters. Yeah, take that! I really enjoyed your work with the voice from the dark, feeding you lines like you're some sort of old Matt Rife. I was hoping that you would say that the one with the dick was Andy. Tag it all back. They were all like fucking smoking hot, right?
They were fine.
Okay.
Well, hey, great story, and thanks for putting your name in there.
Yeah,
great,
all right,
great
Michael,
story.
Michael will be back in the next round to come up and tell a true 2-minute
That was
story.
about the time he fucked the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
They were punctual.
And they were fine. All
He
right.
did all of his calls on time. They were good tippers.
What's going on with the clock, Coughlin?
Little issue. I hit the wrong button, I guess.
Technical issues with the clock, no worries.
Is that mic working, by the way?
Not that time.
That wasn't working.
It wasn't working? You check that for me? Yeah, it's working. You know what's super exciting is that the winner of tonight's show, I don't know if you knew this, but the winner of tonight's show, not only do they get a brand new car, but they also get my homemade chocolate chip cookies.
They're very good.
That's right.
Don't
So
open them in the car.
Danny, will you unplug the power to the thing?
there you go. Look at
And then
that.
plug it back in.
Okay, this is great. This is quality entertainment right here.
I'm kind of handy.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Always
Yeah,
reboot.
it looks like the ghost in the machine covering.
All right, you
This
guys.
one's Sting.
All the names are back in the Story Smash Can of Truth, and this round is a true 2-minute story. So give them some love. The first person coming to the stage is Leon Krutsky. All right, you guys. Let's tell them what to do.
Spin that wheel. Excellent.
It's been brought to you by Tooth Chi, the tushy for your teeth. Make your mouth as clean as your asshole.
Audience, how exciting! Leon has landed on audience, and so let's hear from 4 parts of the audience. You guys will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Section number 1, what do you think?
Cemeteries.
After hours.
After hours, what's that?
Cemeteries.
Cemeteries. Ooh. Anything else?
Embarrassment.
Embarrassment.
Techno.
Oktoberfest. Ooh, did you hear that? That's coming right out of
It's
her first joke.
expensive. Think about all those $10 beers.
Munich.
Munich. Okay, how about here? Over here in the second area.
Pregnancy.
Pregnancy. Pregnancy. What else?
21st birthday.
21st birthday. How about over here, you guys? Injury. Injuries?
Beach bathroom.
Beach bathrooms. How about over here?
Masturbation.
Masturbation.
Danny, want to handle that one?
Nude beaches. I think they have those in Germany. All right, what are you guys thinking?
I don't know, did one, because of the language barrier, was one of those topics appeal to you?
I saw you react to pregnancy. I thought that was kind of interesting.
No, actually, I like Munich because I used to live there for.
I'll save it for the story.
Okay, save it for the story. You can take the mic off there if you want to. All right, you guys, big round of applause for Leon Krutsky. Here we go.
Munich.
Whenever you're ready, the clock will start.
Munich. Yeah, I used to live there. I did an internship for a film production company. And one time in my apartment complex, I met those Brazilian guys. And they, and they showed me cachaça, which is this Brazilian drink that has like 50% alcohol. So we got like obliterated with that. And we got so drunk, we went to the club, and at some point I went out of the club because I was tired and I just laid down on the street to sleep. As one does in Munich, And then on my way, I'm on my way back home, then my friends picked me up, of course. And on my way back home, I had to pee really bad. And I was almost home already, but I couldn't hold it. And then, I'm not proud of this, but there was this bicycle, and I peed on it. And then the next morning, I'm super hungover. I'm already 2 hours late to work. And I'm panicking. I'm like, fuck, I'm late to work. I have this incredible hangover. But I mean, also it's a film production company, so all of them are kind of into alcoholism. And so they understood. But so I rushed down and I had to bike to work, and then I realized my bike is wet. And it didn't rain for a little bit. And then I realized, oh fuck, I pissed on my bike last night. But I was already so late, I just had to take it. I had to take that bicycle to work. And then I had to go to work smelling like a fucking bar, and reeking of alcohol and maybe a little bit of that liquid. Immediately went to the coffee machine and got some coffee, and one of my colleagues stood next to me and was like, I know how that feeling is.
You make me want to travel to Munich. It sounds like a fun place full of quality people and a lot of fun activity. I like the way you handled that, the way you told that. I felt the secondhand panic of you being 2 hours late for work. Very good story. A jillion points.
Wow, that's a lot of points. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, blank a batch.
I got to be honest, you being from Germany, I was expecting this to be a story about you shitting on things. Shitting on everything. My favorite part was when you said those Brazilian guys. Like we're all like, oh yeah, the Brazilian guys. With their 50% alcohol. Fucking as they clear cut the Amazon. And then Sting shits on them, I guess. That was a great story. I think we've all been there, and when I say there, I mean Munich. A jillion euros.
Danny Zuker.
Well, I mean, I was so geared up for I thought I was expecting a Scheisse story, and you're not going to outwit Blaine. I know, that was my clever bit. You told a great story, though, I'm going to tell you that. It was like good from the beginning to the end, and I give you 99 lift balloons. I do. I'm sorry.
All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell a true 2-minute story is our audience member, Michael. Come on up, Michael. You're playing again.
Okay, Michael, get back up here.
He's coming.
Here he comes. Slowly but surely. Here he comes. All right, Michael, use the microphone. Go to the microphone, Michael.
Go to the light and
Let's
spin.
tell them what to do, you guys. Tell them what to do.
Spin that wheel. It's been brought to you by Dog Hot Dogs. Hot dogs for dogs. Your dog will say hot dog. Dog hot dogs. Hot dogs for dogs. Dog hot dogs. Hot dogs for dogs. Not for you two cats.
Oh, pandemic. Pandemic. We all lived through that.
You're three women.
Michael, whenever you're ready, the clock will start.
Oh, well, pandemic.
Right into your face.
Right in my face, okay. Well, all I can say is I think I had it once, maybe twice. And it is a little bit different, you know. It's kind of like a bad flu, you know. It has it's pretty nasty, you know. Real nasty.
Hell yeah.
It makes you feel different. You know, and I really didn't want to go to the doctor, but I guess I had to check and see if I had it to make sure, you know, testing, you okay. It was kind of outdated, you know, the test, so, but I believed it anyway. You know, and nevertheless, you know, you just, just go with it. Man, if this is what it's all about, man, I'm really lucky because, you know, I didn't terminate. And I'm very grateful for that. Very, very grateful for that. Yeah. So here I am. You know, this stage of my life, and I'm very grateful to be here. I love you people.
Yeah.
40 seconds left. 35 seconds left.
25 seconds left. Well,
Plenty of time to land this stuff.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm a senior citizen, and I figure, well, it hasn't taken me, and just going to keep going. Yes. I'm very, very, very grateful to be here. Nevertheless. Yeah, it's pretty sad when you have people that you care for, whatever, and they leave. I guess I'm
We all had grants. That was great. The way you were holding the cord, I was waiting for you to just sort of like go, hit it. It was like a couple of Tony Bennett numbers. It was fantastic. You're like our own Leonard Cohen. This is great. And your corduroy jacket is making headlines. That was wonderful, Michael. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm going to give you all of Leon's jillion euros. Sorry, Leon.
All right, Danny.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, I read Lord of the Rings, and I was transported, and I thought nothing's going to take me on a journey like this. Again, and then Goonies. I don't know. I thought that was just something that from my youth, that. But, sir, what you did tonight, for me, time stopped. And what I loved is it was obviously funny, but you surprised me with wisdom, romance. I was afraid at that one point. Remember when you were like, I don't know, I didn't have it, and then I'm gonna go to the doctor.
Because the test was outdated.
It was outdated. I was like, oh shit,
That was part of the hook.
why did I put myself through this? But you, God damn it, man, thank you.
I laughed, I cried. It really had everything. Wendi.
Okay, at one point I thought you had said the word terminated. Did you get terminated? Okay.
I think he meant die.
Yeah, I mean, not
You
just like happy that I avoided that. That's
You're happy that you avoided the ultimate termination. Okay, again. Details. But that's okay. Thank you for doing this. We've really put you on the spot.
And on behalf of everyone here, we're also glad you didn't die.
That's right. Thank you. That's right.
And a round of applause for his handlers in the audience. Jeff Dunham.
All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell another true 2-minute story is the fabulous Julia Wechner.
Follow that, Mrs. Moth.
Cheese candies in the Galleria next to Touch Farts. Taste shoes, smell jewelry, and here's Johnny. Cheese candies.
Drunk tank.
Drunk tank.
My first time in Vegas, I was ready to be a cool girl for the first time. I was always the friend that was not the cool girl. I was the tag-along girl. And in Vegas, my friends empowered me and said, Julia, it is your job to get us into a VIP booth at a Vegas club. We've trained you. It's your time to fly. So we get into the club, and I'm laser focused, like a heist movie or something, and I identify a subject at the bar, and I'm like, this is the guy that's going to get us into a VIP booth. So I walk over to him, I stand next to him, and I say, I'm drinking a gin and tonic. And then I don't blink, I just keep staring. And he looks at me, and then he turns to the bartender and he says, I'll take 2 gin and tonics. And I look back at my friends and I'm like, we're in. Get your purse, get ready. We are going into a booth tonight because I'm a cool girl at the Vegas club and we are going to party. So he escorts us up to his VIP booth, and it's just a group of men standing around a vat of alcohol. And our responsibility is we just have to be like cool and cute and fun and dance, because that's what you do when you're the girls that are brought up to a VIP booth. So I just start like uncorking things and pouring it into their glasses. And I'm like, this is your alcohol. You paid for this. Like, thank you for this alcohol. Like, keep drinking it. This is great. This is so much fun. And they're drinking and we're small talking with them and all that. And you know, we're getting a little more intoxicated and we're small talking with everyone, and my friends' feet start to hurt, and you know, so I'm like, she's gonna need somewhere to sit down, so maybe you should like upgrade to a bigger VIP booth. And they look around and then they're like, yeah, sure, we're having a great night. Like, let's upgrade to a bigger VIP booth. Like, you girls didn't see that coming, did you? We are getting upgraded next to the DJ, so now we're up next to DJ Tiesto or whoever's there. We're having a great time. And we get to a point in the night where, because now I'm an adult, I can tell when I've had too much to drink. And there's a window until I'm going to throw up. So, you know, we go to the guys.
Oh my God. We have to know what happened.
Keep going.
We tell them we're going to the bathroom and we never come back.
Wow, what a great ending, Glenn Patch.
I love that you were at DJ Tiesto. I've seen that billboard. He has one of those things where it just shaves down to just make it look like he didn't shave, but he shaves. That was great. I love the ending that you just took off. And how much do you think that cost?
The booth, I think they cost a couple grand. Like, they might have spent like...
With the alcohol?
And how many guys were there? I'm just curious.
There were like 12 men standing around a vat of alcohol and that pouring women.
Was Michael one of them?
Okay. Was Andy Dick there?
I know he met Andy Dick was there in spirit, probably. Let me get that cork off. Anyway, hey, that was great, and I love the way you're very forceful and you know what you're talking about. It's very refreshing.
Danny Zuker.
I mean, look, first time, I did stand up, and like I think on my 3rd time I ever did it. Suddenly they said, you're going to go on a little later. Guys going up. It was at the comic strip in you know, and it was Eddie Murphy, and he had done like an hour and killed, and I had to follow that. And I think you find yourself in a very similar situation. And so, you know, hang in there, because that's not easy. You're brilliant. You know, your stories have beginning, middle, and end. Everybody here feels like they're in good hands when you're talking. You know, that's like, you know you're in. It's a great job.
Yeah. All right, Wendi.
You just got right in there. And
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by this because I've never been to a VIP booth. I mean,
Let's go.
listen. Do you have that kind of pull?
Look at me.
All right. Going up and saying, I'm having a gin and tonic.
That's cool.
That is how you do it.
That was very cool.
I'm impressed. And you said, I'm gonna throw up. It's time to go. Why would you stay? It would have been rude for you to stay. What if you had vomited in their big vat of alcohol that they paid thousands of dollars for? No one wants that. You're a good friend and a quality lady. And I like this.
Julia Lester, let's hear it! All right, you guys, I know who's coming up now. It's the final person for the 2-minute round, and it is the very funny comedian, Evan Kessler.
Hey,
Been brought to you by Pocket Banana. Let them know you're happy to see them. Pocket Banana, from the makers of Short Stick.
Oh, audience, how exciting! Well, we're back where we we were before. This time we'll start with this side. What kind of story would you like to hear?
Public swimming pool.
Well, that's very specific. Public swimming pool. Anything else?
Peloton.
Peloton. Oh, you know what? Evan Kessler, I forgot to mention, he did a commercial for Peloton. And it's on the air right now. So
Are you Mr. Big?
Keep that in your noggin.
Just like that.
And what about over here, guys?
Virginity.
Virginity.
Bidets.
Bidets?
Munich.
High school. Munich. What else, guys?
Andy's dick.
Andy's dick.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
TSA.
First kiss.
The Abbey's bathroom.
The Abbey's bathroom. Is that in West Hollywood? Yes?
Oh, you know.
Okay. Anything else over here?
Gone.
Ice cream.
Getting
arrested.
Getting arrested, drugs, and mushrooms.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to extend the same courtesy. Was there one that sort of?
I'll do drugs, okay?
Me too.
Drugs. We'll all do drugs.
Listen, I didn't get into drugs until I was 39. You know, it was my late 30s. 23 years after I was supposed to. But one of the most annoying things about people doing drugs around you was always like they always had to do drugs before you did anything. They always had to smoke pot before you went to the movies. So there was always like an extra step to it. Or sometimes when you were getting together with your friends, because drugs were illegal and you didn't want your parents to know, you would just go in the car and do drugs, you know? People would smoke pot and drive around. And this one particular time, my friends and I got in their Ford Expedition. There was like 8 of, it's a huge car. And we were just north of New York City in the dead of winter, and we're driving around and in the suburbs, and we hit a patch of black ice while everyone is stoned in this car. And we hit a patch of black ice, and we start going up this person's lawn, which is a sheet of ice. And we are in this expedition careening towards this house. And everyone was just frozen. And then the car just miraculously starts turning back towards the street. Like it followed the ice track somehow back into the street. And then we just kept going, and everyone was just in shock for the rest of the evening. But I still, I do drugs now. Because look, you're not going to have experiences if you're just watching me.
I really love the post-credit scene of that story. You have I do like this. This is not a slam. You have a way of pausing that gives even the most mundane detail. I'm legitimately like, what? So you're very good at the pauses. Are you on drugs right now, though? Yeah, I was. That was the most boring thing I've ever been driven into in my entire life. I was hanging on your every boring word. That's an achievement. 9 million points. You're a good storyteller.
Wendi, McLendon,
I want good things for you, Evan. I want good things for you. And he says, I do drugs now. You don't have to. You can have a different life. Evan, no more drugs.
With all my friends with them, girls are way more successful than me. So that's,
I'm sticking with my statement. I want good things for you, Evan. No more drugs. But I do respect that you waited until you were an adult with responsibilities to really go down that road. Yeah. And then the rest of that I'm going to piggyback on the
I want to piggyback on yours.
All right, Blake Capash.
That was great. I smoked pot daily for decades, and I quit about a year ago.
Woo!
Because I just got tired. I got tired of the routine. I got tired of, okay, well, I got to drive to the west side. I better get high.
You got sick of having so much in common with Andy Dick.
Yeah, exactly. It goes back. He's smoking a pot with Andy Dick behind the fucking Dresden. It's like, that's good for the story, but at the time, it's like, Jesus Christ. I thought it was cool because, well, first of all, you didn't start doing drugs until you were as old as Jack Benny, which was nice. I was trying to come up with a joke about 8 guys in a Ford Expedition going to like the Antarctic or something, but all I could think about was I was high, and I hit some black ice going to Park City in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, in my dad's Chevy Citation, and I went through a dude's fence on his farm, and could have been killed, but I wasn't. And I backed up, and I felt bad, so I called the guy, and I got his address so that I could pay for any damage to the fence. And he sent me a bill for like $600 or something, and I just never paid it. So thanks for making me think of that horrible character defect that I've been carrying with me.
Evan Kessler, let him hear it. Evan Kessler. Well, this is a very exciting part of the show where our expert judges are going to take all 4 of these names. They're only going to put 2 into the Story Smash Can of Truth, and the next 2 people coming up to the stage are going to be telling a true 3-minute story. So that's very exciting. And I told you about the cookies, right? Okay, just making sure, just checking off the boxes. All right, so this is a very exciting part of the night where we're going to name the 2 people going into the 3rd round. And Wendi, McLendon, Cubby, tell us the first name of the person coming up to tell a true 3-minute story.
Julia!
Here she comes, you guys. Let's tell her what to do.
Yeah.
And brought to you by Rugs, something to look forward to.
You already have that,
This has been brought to you by Cat Eye Boogers, ruining pictures of your cat since 1898. Cat Eye Boogers.
Audience! Oh, wow! Well, look, I have a feeling Julia Lechner can handle anything. What would you guys like to hear over here? Pandemic! All right. How about over here? TSA?
T.S. Eliot?
Sex, hey, right from the
Sex
front.
with T.S. Eliot?
Interesting. What else? Snow day. An intensive care or snow day.
Office drama.
Office drama. Ooh, I like that. How about over here, guys?
Camping. Cats.
Camping, cats.
Phobia.
Heavy bathroom.
Cornhole?
What did you say? Cornhole?
No, carnival.
Carnival. That's dirty.
Cornhole.
Glory hole.
Glory hole. That's dirty.
Let's hear it.
Anything
Try
about you?
something for every topic. Let's go with cats.
I like it. All right, whenever you're ready, Julia, watch your tongue.
My first career was as a newspaper reporter in southern New Jersey, and I took it very seriously. I was convinced every story I covered was going to be my Watergate, but it was often like local zoning board meetings or like a kickball tournament for charity or that kind of thing. But I was laser focused that every time I went in, I needed to ask all the questions I could because I never knew when my story would be my big break. One day, we got a call to the newsroom about a fat cat that had been found wandering by animal control, and my editor told me and a photographer to go cover it. Just like filler newspaper content on a slow news day. So we take a photographer and we go. The cat is believed to weigh 44 pounds. And they've nicknamed it Princess Chunk. And I ask a couple questions, like I can't interview the cat, but like I ask the person some questions, I write some stuff down, we take some photos. It goes in the paper and I forget about it. It's filler copy. I'm laser focused on Watergate again. The next day, I have a voicemail on my phone from someone at the BBC saying, I heard about Princess Chunk and I want to know more details. So I call him back and I give him the rundown about Princess Chunk and it blows up. It goes on Regis and Kelly and Good Morning America, the Today Show. And as the local reporter in southern New Jersey, I have to do follow-up stories. So we do coverage when they realized it was actually not a female cat, it was a male cat, so they changed the name to Prince Chunk. That gets its own headline. We do coverage when it gets adopted by a family. Ultimately, they make a charity in the name of Prince Chunk to help families be able to afford to keep their pets. And a few years later, Prince Chunk passed away from heart disease because he was fat. And we wrote about that as well. And soon after I left that newspaper in New Jersey, but that is still the greatest story I ever had that went on the AP Wire, and I retired, and that was my Watergate.
Okay, tell us a little more, Julia. Why not?
Happy to. My second greatest story was a lifestyle piece comparing vacuum makes and models, price, whether it was good at sucking up pet hair, reviews. That also got picked up on the AP Wire. You can look it up. Julia Hayes, Hays, my maiden name. My parents printed those stories out, laminated them, and put them in a scrapbook that's still in their attic in New Jersey. And it remains part of what they're most proud of for me is that I discovered the fat cat that Stephen Colbert later talked about in his monologue. And I know there's nothing I'll ever do in my life that compares to the fame of Prince Chunk, who has his own Wikipedia page.
I mean, I'm so tempted to just pass this off to Wendi right now because you hit her right in the feels with the cat stuff. And I love cats, but no one, you're so good at this. Wow, right? She's good at this. Where are you guys? This is so boring, but where are your job from Jersey, sort of?
This was the Courier Post in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Oh.
Cherry Hill! I had one in front of an aquarium there.
No, I mean, this is, if only, Andrew Lloyd Webber had read your story, that movie would have been much better, I think. Yeah.
Andrew!
Congratulations.
Wendi.
I am overcome. That was the greatest story I've ever heard. And I love the way you told it. And when she said, keep going, and you said, I'd love to. Got class, lady. Really tell a story. And I can't wait to read your memoirs.
Oh, that's sweet. That's so sweet. Okay, Glenn, back.
I agree. When she said keep going, and you said happy to. That was fucking badass. By the way, a 44-pound cat is a lion. That's on the Wikipedia page. And I had heard that Princess Chunk had died in a tunnel in France with Dodi Fayed. It was horrible.
You chased by the bucket.
You got by the Dongarazzi. But yeah, I got.
Then I know the paparazzi.
I was playing a club in Cherry Hill in the '80s, and I was the stage was in front of an aquarium, and I was doing my act, and the guy in the back said, "We can't see the fish." So thanks for bringing that back. You're fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you for being
Julia
here.
I've never been as confident about anything as she was with
I know.
I'd love to.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Crazy.
All right, you guys. There's only one more name left in the Story Smash Can of Truth.
No!
No, I think there's too many in here. So, Wendi, tell us who the next and final storyteller is of the evening.
Mr. Munich, Leon!
Here he comes, Leon Krupski. Let's tell him what to do.
Spin that wheel. Brought to you by Misconstruzies Taco Tuesday just for Mom. Misconstruzies. There's no parking, please don't ask.
Pets. Pets, yeah. Pets. We've all had pets.
Oh, yeah.
Can't be that hard. Take your time.
And at least you don't have to follow a great pet story.
Exactly. It's great because pets honestly was the only thing where I was like, damn, I hope they won. But no, I'm here. But I have some time to kill. So I want to start with, on the flyer, it's actually saying Leon Krutsky, which is a writing mistake. It's Leon Rutsky. And it's funny because I've never seen that wrong. It was really funny. It really amused me. I love it. Maybe I get it like tattooed or something like that because it's a great memory. But now to the pets. My first ever pet was a little canary bird that we got for my dad's birthday, just as a surprise, because it's always great to get a canary bird as a surprise gift. And we called him Winnetou. I don't know if anyone here knows Winnetou, but it's like this story about a Native American. It's actually written by a German guy, and it's a story about this Native American called Winnetou. He's the chief of the Apaches, and he has this friendship with this cowboy called Old Shatterhand. Yeah, it's a great story, and I loved it so much that I called this little canary Winnetou. But Americans apparently don't know this story, which surprised me because this whole story takes place in America, obviously. And so every time I'm trying to tell Americans about the Winnetou story, they're like, "What?" And yeah. And the author is German. He's never been to America, so I don't know how he even came up with that story, but it's beautiful. But that canary bird, we had it for 2 weeks until it found the opportunity to fly out of an open window, which, I mean, the survival chances for a canary bird in my hometown, which is Hanover in Germany, which is kind of like, I would say, the Midwest, and it was like kind of the winter, so it wasn't very warm. And the canary bird, I don't know, I think needs the warmth. I've never seen a canary bird in snow, so I don't think it done too well out there. So rest in peace, Winnetou, I guess. Yeah, and I also have a cat called Panther, because Panther, exactly, it's small and black, like a little panther, and it kills a bunch of birds. It might have killed Winnetou, I don't know. But I love my little cat. She is, I don't know, older, and she's always killing stuff because she's an outside cat, always brings us little gifts like squirrels, little birds, and the biggest thing ever was like a big fat city pigeon. Thank you.
Leon Rutsky, right there, Leon. I think he was talking about a canary.
Yes.
Okay, Wendi, what do you think?
Come back to me.
Okay, Blaine, come back.
Together my thoughts about this.
A for fucking effort.
Yeah, that's true.
I love the subtle glance at the clock. That was great. The tying it together with your cat that might have possibly eaten the bird that we all came to love from your previous 2 minutes. I had a canary when I lived in Baltimore. My girlfriend and I got a canary because she bought an old cage and she thought, we gotta get a bird. So we got a canary, and you've had them. They constantly sing.
Yeah.
They sing all the time. They are singing birds. And boy, did they sing. He sang all the time. We named him Charlie Parker at Camden Yards because we lived in Baltimore. And he sang all the time and sang and sang and sang. I also had a black cat named Calvin, weighed 33 pounds. Walked up my back to try to eat the canary. But eventually, we gave the canary to an old woman who was deaf, who wanted a canary, and it was a match made in heaven. Anyway, great job, Leon.
All right.
what I love is there's that thing when somebody like makes something hard look really easy, and it's just like there's something satisfying. But it was also satisfying to see what you did with this. It was cool. I saw you sweat every detail of that, but it really, well, let's face it, it was a great bluff. It was like, I remember there was a kid, his name was Mark Van Benskoden, long story, but when he was in third grade, hadn't read in seventh grade, hadn't read The Great Gatsby, but had to do an oral presentation on it. He goes, The Great Gatsby was this guy many thought was great, and he was riffing on it, and that felt a little bit like what you did. I don't know Wendi too. I don't know much German literature. I'm only familiar with one book. I don't know what the German word is. I think it translates to My Struggle, but interesting point of view. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, Gunther Rush is mine. But yeah, look. You made that fuck up funny. You did it was funny all the way through, and so congratulations. I like to see what happens.
That's right. Wendi, okay, so when it landed on Peg's, you had a visible reaction like, oh. And I thought, oh, this guy's got a story to tell. And the bird that you didn't love, that was annoying, flew away after 2 weeks. That's what I know.
Well, when you say it like that.
I am excited about this kitty of yours. that might be for later on. That might be where you start. Okay, that might be. Just stick with the panther kitty. Also, fun fact for any of you in the audience that like to take things that are used for one purpose and do something else with it. I keep my toilet paper in some vintage bird cages. Oh. And what a thrill it is for anyone. and they're, oh my God, I need more toilet paper. Oh, it's in the bird cage.
Bird cage.
So just something to think about.
It's very smart. Leon Rutsky, let him hear you guys. Well. Now comes the time of the evening when the judges have to decide who exactly is the winner of Story Smash. So let's put a minute on the clock, as it were.
I wonder if we'll need that minute.
Keep it exciting. Hey, you guys, don't forget, this episode of Story Smash will be on the Story Worthy podcast. And let's give another big round of applause for everybody who played tonight. Evan Kessler. How about that guy Michael in the audience? Julia Lechner. Hey, how about Blake Patch? Wendy McLendon Covey. And Danny Zuker.
I got Christine McLendon.
All the first responders.
And also, by the way, if you park within a block of this place, your car's gone.
We'll see you guys out on the deck after the winner is announced. Wendi, was it a hard decision?
Dear God. Well, you saw how much we were stressing about it. There was almost a fist fight. But I think we all agreed. You want me to tell?
I think you should.
Well, who do you guys think? Actually, it doesn't matter. It's Julia.
You love podcasts, the stories, the laughs, the unexpected turns. But when this episode ends, the silence starts. Not anymore. Audiobooks.com turns that silence into your next great adventure. With over 450,000 titles, from bestsellers to hidden gems, your love for listening just found its new best friend. And because you already know the joy of audio, we're giving you 3 free audiobooks to start your journey. Imagine your favorite podcast, now with unlimited episodes. That's audiobooks.com. Keep the story going. Sign up for your free trial at audiobooks.com/podcastfree today. Because for podcast lovers like you, the end of an episode is just the beginning. That's audiobooks.com/podcastfree.